Hi, 543 students, and welcome to week 2. You successfully completed week 1, and on we go. So this week, I'm going into, and hopefully you can see my screen here, I'm in Canvas. This week, we will go over some more specifics of the domains of care management, list the different types of care management models, and do some paperwork for your clinical and practical experiences. So I think the readings and resources are up to date. I just actually have downloaded, let's see, in the resources here, there's the Agency for Health Research and Quality. They have some great information about care management and 2 PowerPoints specifically that I wanted you to watch. So these slides do link to the PowerPoints, and I will make sure that I put them into our class as well. And then we have an article by Naylor, and we have a link to care management website there, and then a link to the Improving Chronic Illness Care website. So these are the resources for this week, and you don't have to read every single bit of each one of these readings, and that's why they are a /reading/resource, because they will be resources for you to use throughout the whole course. So in this week's discussion, all you have to do is really talk about some of the goals of your clinical and practicum. Should be pretty easy. And we already have a couple people that have posted what their goals are. So I think that should be pretty self-explanatory. What I did want to go through here is the group project. So what you will do is you get divided into 3 groups, and you will use those readings/resources to inform this. And of course, you're always welcome to find other resources and articles if you like. So group 1 is going to use a Google Doc, and they're going to list out all the parts of care management, the elements or the domains of care management. Group 2 is going to look at the different models of care management that are available, and Group 3 will list the members of the multi and interdisciplinary healthcare teams that are involved in care management. So there's interdisciplinary, so within the discipline of nursing, for example, who is involved in that, and in the multidisciplinary means within different disciplines such as pharmacy, medical, and nursing. So I'm going to list out all the people who might have a role, and if you could list these by their discipline, I think that would be a great organizing way to organize that. So to find what group you're in, and I'm just going to go to the student view so I can see what you guys are seeing. Well, I tried to go to student view and go into collaborations, and then it said I couldn't access this functionality in student view. So I'm sorry about that. So I will go into collaborations. This is what I see. There are 3 different groups here, and group 1, go in, if I edit that, I can see who's in this group. Group 1 is Janelle, Anna, and Kristen. Go back. And then if you are in your group and you click on that Google link, the link right there, it's going to take you to your Google Doc. And so you all should have access to this. And so you can go in there and you can work on this collaboratively. So we have Janelle, Anna, and Kristen, and I just wrote this in here. What are the parts, the elements, domains of care management? List these components. So Let me know if you guys have trouble getting in to see who your groups are, and I'll send you the direct link to the Google Doc. Group 2, you look in there, I'll tell you who you are, is Bea and Erica and Amber and Lisa. Okay, and then we'll go into, and group 3 is Chanel, Sarah, Casey, and Elizabeth. I don't think we have a Casey in our class, so I'm going to remove her. Already did that once. I'm not sure why she's in there. So if you are Casey and you are in the class, let me know because I haven't met you yet. So group 3, Chanel, Sarah, and Elizabeth. So you really can use whatever format you want to answer these questions. And what I will do after you've all answered them separately is put them into one Google Doc. And that's something that we can refer to throughout the class. So we can say, okay, well, what are the elements? And we can go back into our Google Doc and look at some of the elements there. And then, you know, one great thing about this is when you are in a Google Doc and you want to make a little comment to somebody, you'd click on the comment tab there and say I wanted to make a comment to Anna here. So I would just click on the plus sign and do Anna, and I see her name comes up here, and I can say, here is your group's Google Doc. And so when I click on comment, what that's going to do is it's going to send Anna an email and a link to this. So anytime that you're working with your group, if you have a question for one of your group members, you can just put a comment on the side along with their email, and you can all work on it that way. If you have a question, you can go ahead and you can, so we'll do that comment there, and we have to make sure that it's shared with everybody. I'm going to turn on the sharing link. And then if you have a question for me, you can also go in here and you could just put my name in, J. Olson. You could, you know, is this the correct doc? And then you just click on comment, and that's going to send me an email. And once I get back to you on that, you can just resolve it on the side there. I'll resolve this one too, so you guys don't have the comments on there. But it's a really great way for you guys all to work on one document together. So resolve that as well. The other thing that is due this week is for the HAL students to submit their learning contract. And so this can be a scanned document that you have generated. And I hope, so the learning contract, the Google Doc is here, so you can print that out, and it asks for some preceptor information and your objectives for your practicum experience, and it has your student signature and the preceptor signature. So this is due, the HAL students need to complete this. The NP and CNS students don't have to upload this to me. Check and see what Denise Chapin, your clinical faculty, would like you to do with that. So I think that's it for this week. Let me know if you have any trouble opening up any of the documents. Sometimes I just haven't shared them with everybody. And again, the resources that are in this week, module resources in week 2 are something that you can really go back and forth to. The PowerPoint by Brian, Dr. Jack, really has some great information about his work that he's done with the discharge education and just re-engineering the whole discharge system. Mary Naylor has done a lot of work on the transitional care model. She is a nurse PhD, and her model is really intradisciplinary, how nurses can lead these transitional care models. So she has really paved the way for the evidence to exist for using nurses as care coordinators, and insurance companies reimburse for this now because of her work. So the other thing I wanted to point out to you was if you're dealing with the chronic illness, this improving chronic illness care is a website based in California, and it has a lot of information about care coordination, about the background models, how to change your systems that operate within a healthcare facility. They have some case studies and some tools and resources. So I hope you enjoy this week. Please send me any emails if you have any questions or difficulties or concerns. Go Patriots!